Hey, it's me once more, Rage, and I am back with this new visit to the museum El Templo Mayor in the center of the city, my city, and I'll see, I'll see how it is after many years of the last time I came over here. So, departing from their homeland of Aztlan, and after a long pilgrimage, the Mexica arrived at Lake Texcoco at the site foreseen, according to the foundation myth, by their patron god Huitzilopochtli. There they built his first temple, a simple structure made of mud and wood. With the passage of time, they constructed other temples dedicated to these and other gods, based on their cosmovision or view of the universe. This sacred space was enclosed in a great plaza, and it grew as the Mexica became more powerful, until it became the most important ceremonial center in Mesoamerica at the time of the arrival of the Spaniards. Rescued from the depths of the earth, the remains of the great temple stands just outside the museum. Remember, at this moment, we are now at the center of the universe. Ritual and sacrifice. Most of the objects found in El Templo Mayor came from the offerings, although there were many Mexica elements, abundant materials from other people. The result of the tribute or brought in trade were also found: sculptures, flint knives, vessels, beds, and other sumptuary ornaments, as well as minerals, plants, and animals of all types, and the remains of human sacrifice were among the items deposited in offerings. All these fulfill a specific function within the offering depending on the symbolism of each object. In Aztec mythology, Coyolxauhqui, face painted in bells, was the daughter of Coatlicue and Mizcoatl, and is the leader of the Sensons Huitzinahuas, the star gods. Coyolxauhqui was a powerful magician, and her accusations are not limited to the moon. Other scholars believe that she should be understood as the goddess of the Milky Way, or with patterns of stars associated with Huitzilopochtli. Trade and tribute. It is important to point out that in this hall are exhibited objects of cultures preceding that of the Mexica. The most noteworthy examples are the Teotihuacan mask, and in particular a noble mask, which is the oldest object found to the day in el Templo Mayor. The god Lalo, he who makes things grow, was personified by the divine and fertile water of the earth, and who resided in the tallest mountains where clouds form. He was a benevolent deity who also had his negative side by sending lightning, floods, and hail, all of which could destroy crops. This hall is dedicated to Flora and Fauna, and this day I wasn't able to visit it. They had some improvement and retouches, so come and visit it. When the Spaniards arrived in Mexico Tenochtitlan a little less than 500 years ago, they saw a landscape similar to this diorama. The Mexicas founded their city in the middle of Lake Texcoco, which we imagine was beautifully blue and full of flora and fauna. So that is was the greatest provider of food resources. With the passage of time, the Mexicas achieved a high level of urban agricultural development. For example, they enlarged the original islet by means of the Chinampa system, which allowed them to undertake intensive agricultural production and the construction of houses and buildings on these artificially constructed lands. They also built causeways, canals for canoe traffic, and streets linking different towns with the city of Tenochtitlan. Also in this hall, numerous objects used by contemporary indigenous communities are exhibited in order to exemplify the working tools that were probably used by the Mexicas for this very important activity as part of their economic survival. Hence, their adoration of a water deity such as Lalo. Historical archaeology. In spite of the commotion produced by the destruction and death accompanying the Spanish conquest, the line that marked the end of the pre-Hispanic era and the beginning of New Spain was extremely subtle. As may be seen in this hall, some completely Mexican cultural elements survived for the time intermixed with the new European ones, though developing with time into new forms and styles that little by little led to the disappearance of the Asian world. The objects exhibited here cover a time span from the beginning of the colonial period to the 20th century. Tlatecuhtli is one of the Mexica creation accounts. It is described as a sea monster who dwelled in the ocean after the fourth great flood, an embodiment of the raging chaos before creation. Quetzalcoatl and Tezcatlipoca, in the form of serpents, tore her in half, throwing half upwards to create the sky and stars, and leaving the other half to become the land of the earth. She remained alive, however, and demanded human blood. Although the deity's name is a masculine form in the Nahuatl language, most representations of Tlaltecuhtli exhibit distinctly female characteristics, and the figure is often posed in the characteristic position of a woman giving birth. I really appreciate this museum. Very beautiful. That's it. The next time introduction to more super thing.